Hey everyone, and welcome to Chatgram Live. I'm just going to do a quick double check, make sure we are live over on Facebook and everywhere else. And make sure those notifications come in. All right, are we live? Come on, Facebook. There we are. Yes, we are live. All right, people. Hey, Rebecca, welcome. Just double checking, making sure those live notifications went out because it seems to be a little slow today. All right, so welcome to Chatgram Live. This is actually a reschedule because we were supposed to be live last week. Unfortunately, was not able to do last week at the last moment, but we are live to this week on, what is today's date? 7/10, July 10th. Wow. Half of the year's already gone by. But anyways, so this is going to be our catch-up of what has been going on with Instagram in the last month, or basically for June, for 2018. And just like pretty much every month, it's been a busy month. So let's jump into things. Okay, first one of the caution is I changed up the agenda items a little bit. I've actually moved Instagram TV to the last item because I figured say the big topic for last and just go through the others. So let's get going. And also post your questions. If you have any questions and stuff, post them into the comments. If you're watching live, post them in the comments. Also with the replay on Facebook or on, also upload this to YouTube as well. So post if you have any questions about Instagram and all that, just post them into the comments while watching and I'll get to them. Now, Instagram algorithm. I actually covered this in the June update, but just feel, after seeing some comments and stuff, I feel like there's some I need to do a little repeating. Hey, Christina, welcome. But so I'm not going to go into heavy detail about the Instagram algorithm because there was a big update last month. If you want to watch last month's June broadcast, go check it out in the replay section. Just quick glance over. Main thing is, people, there is no Instagram shadow ban. Instagram has said it. Basically, I've been saying it for the last year and a half. There is no shadow ban. So stop it. It doesn't exist. Instagram does not purposefully downgrade your content or hide your stuff and all that. It's just, if you're seeing lower than expected engagement and stuff, there are multiple factors you need to examine. First, number one, your content. Is it maybe that content piece just isn't bringing in people? It's, I post stuff every now and then. I think that's going to be a great engagement and all that. And that post will fall flat. It's just sometimes posts don't resonate with people. Also, you need to examine when are you posting? Are you posting at the optimal time? Check your Instagram insights as a key indicator of when you want to post. And also hashtags. Are you using the right hashtags? Are you using too broad hashtags or are you using too narrow? You got to find the right balance and mix. And it's also, I kind of have to go back to content because content is one of the key things. If your content is not speaking to people, they're not going to, guess what? They're not going to like, they're not going to comment, they're not going to engage with that piece. So it's just, there's a lot of factors and also just there's a lot of behind the scenes factors you need to take into detail. Rebecca just said, hashtags are the death of a post. I mean, if you're not using enough hashtags, or there are some research coming in that's showing if you use too many, so it's basically, you can use up to 30 hashtags on a post, but some research is showing that about 20 might be the max. There's a lot of trial and error and testing on with your content, and it's always ongoing. So you need to be, so what works one week may not work the following week. So you just got to keep things open, be flexible and keep things in mind when with the Instagram algorithm and the content you're producing. But I'm not going to go into too much more detail about the algorithm because we did a full coverage of that in the last month's update. So go check out the June one. Actually, I haven't uploaded it yet to YouTube. I know I'm being bad. There's some I was having some errors. With the file, so I'm having to redo the file. So so on YouTube, hopefully it'll be uploaded on YouTube. And also, I put these onto my blog. The last two have not been updated because if some of y'all see my posts from yesterday, I was having some WordPress issues yesterday and off and on the last month. So crossing fingers those issues are finally fixed and I can start getting new content out. So let's move on to the next piece, which is actually a new item. At mention, if you are mentioned in Instagram stories, you have the ability to now take that story and share it to your audience. Unfortunately, I still don't have this. So I'm kind of going off I'm seeing. So, a lot of y'all knows I like talking about things that I've been able to get my hands on and test and fully, vet. So I'm just having to go off what I'm hearing and seeing, in articles and from what I'm seeing other people do. So anytime you are mentioned in an Instagram story, you can now have the ability to now share that person's story to your stories and get a little more coverage that way. This is really great for user-generated content, say like at conferences and stuff like that. So like when you can mention a speaker, and then that speaker now has the ability to, bring that into their stories and get a little more coverage. Fortunately, I don't have that ability because apparently for whatever reason, Instagram has decided I shall not get it. So hopefully soon. But also talking about Instagram stories, because actually a lot of these things are Instagram stories related. We're going to have some breaking news because this actually just came out to my account like within the last hour. And let me pop this bad boy up onto the screen. And let me go ahead and hide this since technically this is not. Instagram question and answer stickers for stories. Basically, people now have you can prompt people to send questions to you. Instead of having like the poll or the emoji slider, you can now prompt people to ask you questions and you can respond back to these stories. I just rolled out to me within the last hour. So I put this thing out there. No one has come back yet. So I don't know the full inner workings of this yet. So probably have more details on the next next Chatgram Live. But this is a great tool to engage with your audience because they now have the ability to communicate more directly with you because you're now prompting them to send questions your way. And it's basically see what your audience wants to know about you. Is there certain topics that they want to get to know you more, at more of a personal level, but without, obviously crossing that, business personal line. But, I was prompting people to send Instagram questions my way. Let me pop that up there. Christine's just so excited for this new feature because, this is a great way to get more involved with your audience. You get to know more about them, and they get to know more about you. It's about all the relationship building. So really excited to see this and see where this goes. Because while the emoji slider is cute and all that, it's very limiting. Same thing with the poll. It's you can do yes or no type questions or true or false. Basically A B answers. But it doesn't really build too much of a relationship. But this builds this relationship to relationship. Face to not face to face. Why am I going to say face to face? Oh, Ken's having issues today. Welcome to live, people. But yeah, it's a great tool, and to see get that more relationship building, because that's one of the things is I'm really big on is the whole relationship or tribe building. Is basically you want to build a tribe of your peers, and this is a great way for them to get to know you. Yeah, Rebecca's asking, so cool. So we can share responses from it. As far as I know, yeah, it's basically you're able to bring in the person's response to your story. I think. I haven't been able to fully try this out yet because I haven't seen anything. Or check phone, just make sure. Nothing's come in yet. So, but curious to see how this plays out. So I don't know if you're able to bring their response as a answer sticker or no. You did? No. Well, I guess. Well, let's see how this plays out. Let me check Instagram. Let's see. Yeah. It's not coming up yet on my end, but let's see. There it is. Yeah, so you can do a share response. I wish I could share my screen on here, but it's basically you can see the response and basically it acts as a new sticker. So that's pretty cool. Just it looks like I'm not sure my phone just hasn't fully synced up or something because it looks like they might need to clean up a little bit of the user back end because it wasn't giving me a prompt. I actually had to go into the insights part to see it. So just one of the things to keep in mind is make sure you check your insights because maybe people are responding and you're just not seeing the notification. Just one thing to keep in mind. Let's see. So okay, done that. Now let's move on to the next topic. Let me move that down. Shoppable tags extended to Instagram stories. Just like shoppable posts, where you can tag products and stuff in your posts. You can now. This is now being rolled out to Instagram stories. I just started seeing this in stories, I think, last week. So I don't know where they are on the full rollout, but so this is another great way if you have an e-commerce side of your business. You obviously want to get this hooked up. I've heard this can be, I haven't been able to do this with yet. This is secondhand knowledge. It's just sometimes it can be a bit of a complicated process of trying to get approved for shoppable tags. I know one person that has been denied 4 times and are now appealing for a 5th time. She has an e-commerce side, and for whatever reason they're not recognizing it. I know the easiest way if you have a Shopify account, that's the easiest process. But any type of e-commerce site, a website, you should be able to hook up, and then you have to build a catalog through Facebook. And then once you get that catalog built up in Facebook, then you can tag products on Instagram. But this is a good way to generate revenue if you have this particular e-commerce setup. And Rebecca was just saying, I've only seen 2 people who have this. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get my hands on anyone that actually has it to actually see how it works. It's just I don't have that particular clientele, so it'd be interesting to see. Maybe soon. But it's just I'm having to go off articles and screenshots and stuff like that. So it's driving me nuts as a data nerd because it's like I like to be able to get my hands on things and test and work things out myself. But it is what it is. So there's shoppable tags for Instagram stories. It's just you're just tagging products in a photo, and that way people can tap and if they're interested in the product and purchase that way. Okay, next is music stickers for Instagram stories. Another kind of cool, nifty little feature. You can now say if you have still photo. You can do it with still photos or video, and basically just add music. They have it's a huge catalog from what I'm done and seen. The only warning I have with music stickers is you cannot save these stories. They will not go to your phone. You cannot save them to your camera roll. So there's basically when you post them, they're just out there for the 24 hours and then they will disappear. This is basically because of music rights. It's basically, you're not actually getting the licensing rights to actually download a video with the music. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. You probably could do, say, like a screen capturing thing where it's recording your screen and all that, but again, you're then violating copyright laws because you don't have the legal right to actually purchase and actually legal rights to download that song with the video. So it's just one thing to keep in mind. Yeah, it's like Christina just saying, I don't see it often. Yeah, I don't see it often either. I think I've only done it once or twice. One for Instagram story for Zoe. Those that don't know, is Zoe is one of my dogs. She's a golden mix. She had her birthday on July 4th, so I did one of the happy birthday songs. I think it was Paul McCartney's song. Yeah, happy birthday. But yeah, that's when I realized that you couldn't download. And then a couple other times I tried it with various accounts, and yeah, it's a built-in thing mechanism to. So you cannot save those videos that have Instagram story stickers, music stickers. But so it's just if you want to add an extra little element, it's all. It's also just they're throwing in all these little items in for Instagram stories just to make them more fun and engaging. But basically you don't have to throw everything at them. You don't need an Instagram stories with a music sticker, with Q&A sticker, with a GIF sticker. Just basically moderation, people. And next up is where did it go? I got a little too carried away and I cleared out one of the agenda items. Here we go. Group video calls. This is actually built in with direct messaging. Basically, it's group video calls within direct messaging. You can do a group of basically any number of group. I don't think there is a max on actual group direct messages, but on the group video call, you can have up to 4 people on the video call. So this would be good for teams, other communication stuff. Say like if you need to communicate with, say, like with you, and then maybe a couple of clients or whatever scenario you want to come up with. Now, one of the cool features I learned over the weekend is you still have full use of your phone while on a group video call. So you can be in Instagram. You can actually leave Instagram and go into, say, Twitter or email or Facebook, or basically you still have full use of your phone while still being on the video call, which is really cool. Now, also learn is, say, the person that initiates the video call, if they leave it, that call still goes on, so the other people on that line still stay on the video call, and then they can pop back in. The one thing I did learn is that's a little disorienting, depending, because if you have more than, say, if you have 3 or 4 people on the call, is you yourself will be on the top part, but then, then say if you have on a group of 3 people, they'll be down here, or if like 4, so you'll have like 4 squares. But each time someone pops in and out, you move around, so it's a little disorienting. Because you'll be like, say, like talking, say someone like, and then all of a sudden they'll be down here if they leave, and then they come back in, and then, so, people will move around on the screen. They keep popping in and out. But overall, it's a cool little new feature. If if you have group items you need to deal with, and you can do in direct messenger part of Instagram. Now let's see. Now I can clear out that agenda item and onto muting accounts. We talked a little bit about this last time, just because Instagram had announced this. It hadn't been in place yet. It's now in place. It's been rolled out. This is great to help kind of clean up your feed. So if you want to, if there's those people you want to just mute and not see their posts or their stories, but you don't want to unfollow them, so you just mute them. This feature has, obviously that good aspect, but there's also a bad aspect of this. And it's a little alarming that I've heard this from multiple brands and businesses. They don't care if they get muted. Okay, you got to think of from the mindset of when you're following people and you mute people, what are those reasons why are you muting them? Is it just you don't like their content, but you still want to keep that connection, that relationship, so you still follow them? Well, now that these people are now doing that to you, so if they mute you, this basically they want to keep that connection, but they don't like your content. That's a bad thing. That means you are losing out on that connection. And it's also, this plays with your numbers. That means that, okay, you just lost someone that doesn't want to engage with your content, that doesn't want to see your content. Well, now your reach is going to go down. So, basically, you might have, say, 200 followers, and then if you say if 25 people, mute you, well, your reach just went down. So that starts throwing your numbers off. And so you need to, keep that in mind. Is basically, why are they muting you? Is it bad content, posting too much, and all that? And so that means that you need to adjust your strategy and maybe adjust what you're putting out there. So, it's sort of a catch-22 with this thing. Mute thing, it helps clean up your feed because you can get rid of people that you don't want to unfollow, but you still want to have that relationship. But it also means you're now losing people because they don't want to see your content. So just keep that in mind. Now, let's go on to the big thing. IGTV, or also known as Instagram TV. This was part of their big announcement a couple weeks ago. Now, the first thing I want to say is what they kind of hid in this announcement, which I think is the bigger news. Instagram is now 1 billion users. And guess what, people? Even though that number has gone up, engagement is still good. It also means, what they also release is people are spending more time on Instagram more than ever. It's basically, I think the average was 24 minutes. It's now up to 27 minutes. So it's basically, there's, even though it's 1 billion people, even though it's being a little crowded, it's still not too crowded, and basically people are still using this hardcore, and they're using it more often. That that to me was the bigger news than Instagram TV. But okay, so let's go into Instagram TV. We knew this was coming for a bit. We just didn't know how it's going to be rolled out and rolled out in this manner of fashion. Basically, Instagram TV is a long form video section of Instagram. It's it does have a separate app, or you can also access it through Instagram app itself. The little TV icon next to your direct messages up top. Honestly, it doesn't make a difference. You can have the separate app or not. If you don't have, say, the storage capabilities on your phone, just stick with the Instagram app. There's no big difference. And there is also a desktop component as well with Instagram TV. Is basically what you can do there is just that's for the uploading. So you can upload stuff to Instagram TV from your desktop. And those of you that know that, so my complaining when it's first rolled out is Instagram was doing this weird little thing with me of where I can only access the desktop part on my phone through the Chrome app when I request a desktop view. That has not been fixed. I have full access to desktop, so yay. But now here's the thing: is with the long form video, is basically they kept advertising, and you can upload video of up to an hour long. That seems to be a special circumstance with accounts. We haven't been able to figure out what's that qualifier so you can upload to an hour long video. All the accounts I've seen, it's basically 10 minutes. I know some people have 15 minutes. So when you go to the upload section within Instagram TV, it'll tell you, what your capability is. It'll say, you can upload a video from 15 seconds to 10 minutes, which that's what it seems to say with all my accounts. Now, here's the catcher. Here's the catch. It's vertical long video. So it has to be vertical long, basically the 9:16 ratio. You can resize basically take old content, get it squished down if you want. But here's what I'm having. This is where I'm kind of drawing the line with people is I don't want recycled content where you're forcing stuff into that 916 thing. I want to see new original content, or at least content that has been created for Instagram TV. Basically, if it's, if your video, if you're taking something that you upload to, say, Facebook or YouTube, and then you're just resizing it and putting it on here, you're not, for me, it's like Instagram TV is like something special. So you want to keep that in mind of what are you going to put out there. So when kind of going back to a little bit of the back end is you have to upload the video. It's the 9:16 ratio. It's also, you can upload with upload, you do a title and a description. Now with the title, you want to keep in mind though, is it only displays up to 20 characters. So you want to make sure you put that catch, that hook of why should people watch this video? You want to keep it short and concise in that 20 characters. Now with a description, you can go, basically type up just like a normal description, like for Instagram posts. You can also add hashtags because hashtags are searchable, and Instagram TV videos with a hashtag will show up in the search. You can also embed actual clickable links into the description. So you can do, say, a 2.5-minute video, and then of some, a product or whatever, and actually put a link that takes people, say, to that product page. It's like, there you got the actual conversion going on. So that's actually pretty neat because that's all things, that has been one of the, hard, fought items with Instagram is basically not being able to put clickable links into the caption. With Instagram TV, you can with your videos. So that's, a little bit of a neat thing. It's also, Instagram TV is strictly upload. So you can't record or do a live within Instagram TV. It's basically, you already have to have the video file on hand. I'm also starting to see, and a lot of people complaining about that are just taking their Instagram stories or their lives and then just uploading it to Instagram TV. Just don't. Basically, if I want to see your Instagram stories, guess what? I'll watch your Instagram stories in Instagram stories. I don't want to go to Instagram, TV and see your stories. I just don't. Now, the problematic, when it comes to, say, with Instagram Live is that time length. If you didn't say an hour-long Instagram Live and you only have the 10-minute capability, you're going to have to chop that thing and then do several bits. And that's just, to me, that's not good viewing. Basically, Rebecca's asking, so what should be the difference between the two? To me, when it comes to Instagram TV, I like to think of it, the way my approach is, I like to think, see it as sort of a YouTube version of basically you're going to have, say, like these 2.5, 5-minute long tips tutorial videos that are a little more polished, produced. That's what I would like to see with Instagram TV. Stories, lives, that's basically sort of capturing in the moment, Snapchat stuff, kind of style. And, you're not going to have the overly polished, well, depending on the account, you may not have, the fully polished Instagram, stories out there. Some accounts do. But I would, when it comes to Instagram TV, is I want to see more YouTube quality of basically, maybe some type of graphic, I keep using the word polish because that's the, that's what it comes, it keeps popping into my brain is I want to see the more polished side. And it's also just, I like to, I want to see a fresh approach, when it comes to these Instagram TV. As you just don't post videos for the sake of posting. Because also one thing you want to keep in mind is these videos are basically back to back to back. Basically just a chain of videos. There's no separation. There's no playlist. So you want to make sure that there's a theme or some type of flow between all these videos. So that's why, like I'm telling people, you want to plan this out. Just don't start posting for the sake of posting especially when it comes to Instagram TV. Yeah, I'm just seeing Rebecca's comment. So the cut in and out, the jumps, etc. Yeah, it's I noticed like some people are putting on like the stories out there. I mean, if you did like a series of 8 or 9 story posts, you could say piece them together and maybe try, if there is a flow, maybe do it that way. Or it's like, I know what some people do is they'll record a say 2.5 minute video and then they'll chop it up into 15-second bits for Instagram stories. So you maybe take the original file and do it that way. I think when it comes to Instagram TV, there needs to be more thought behind the videos. So it's like it's sort of my thought process with Instagram is I try to make sure my content that I'm putting out there on Instagram is more unique and then can't be found anywhere else. So I'm not going to say like take one, so an actual Instagram post I do, typically 99.98% of the time, you won't see that post anywhere else. Yeah. So it's just, I try to make things more unique. So I think that, when it comes to Instagram TV, kind of the same process. Because actually, once I kind of plow through these little tip things, I'm actually going to talk about, a little bit of what my approach is and what the kind of channel I'm looking at launching, hopefully soon. I just want to make sure I get my tips out there first before going into this. So as I said, there's no playlist or segmentation of your videos on IGTV. So you want to make sure there is, some type of flow between them. Is basically you don't want to keep jumping around and basically giving people whiplash in the topics you're posting. Basically, you can do multiple hashtags. I don't know if it has the 30 hashtag rule or not. But I just say basically use the key topic hashtags and see what happens. Also to keep in mind is built into each video has its own insights. So you want to look at those insights as well. Also, you want to keep in mind people can comment on those videos. So you want to check those comments and engage with them. Also, because it's vertical format only, don't take a widescreen video, flip it, and then post it that way as a 1916 video. You don't want to do that because guess what? Because they have to comment. People comment this way. So then they watch a video like this and then they got to rotate, comment, and then don't do that. You want to make sure the video is built for the vertical format. Because I've seen that. I've seen big influencers do that. No. That's a shortcut. That's a bad idea. Now, I pretty much plowed through my tips when it comes to Instagram TV. So time for discuss of what I'm looking at for my Instagram TV channel. I do have the channel set up and all that. Now I haven't posted anything yet to it because that's something I'm being very detailed and methodical in my planning of this. What I'm looking at is potentially there was a blog content theme I was looking at doing at once. I did a few posts in that style, but it kind of fizzled out. But I'm confident this is going to actually be a good Instagram TV kind of theme. Is what I call Ken's Cut. Cut is spelled with a K. It's my take, my sort of editorial comment piece of tips on Instagram, social media, whatever. Because it's basically my cut, my take on things. It's also a playoff because part of my branding is my ever-changing hair. So, hair cut, hairstyle, So it's a play off that. So basically what I'm looking at is doing just quick 2.5 minute, 5 minute, max length of video where I'm providing insight on a particular topic, subject, or whatever's going on, basically. But it's sort of my off-bit piece. But the reason I'm being a little slow on this is I want to make sure it's fully vetted. It's also, I want to make sure this thing is fully branded. It's basically, so I want people to know when this uploads, oh, this is a Ken's Cut video. There's also what kind of graphics do I want to use in the video. You need to look at that. The language I want to use, I want to make sure the language I'm using is branded to me. And it's also frequency of posting. I want to make sure that I post frequently is basically, and keep that frequency going. It's basically what I'm looking at is, releasing a video once a week. But in order to do that, I need to be able to build a top, a good hub of content ready to go. So, I want to make sure that I'm not scrambling every week to get a piece of, a 2.5 to 5 minute long video out every week. I want to make sure that, say, if I'm start posting, say, August 8th, that I already have at least a month of videos ready to go. So that's, I just want to, make sure I have that buffer, that space. So, it's just, there's a lot of planning I want to do. It's just, I just don't want to just start posting. I know. But that's pretty much where I'm at the moment. I mean, it's still at I would call the brain dump, mapping out of what I want to do with this. It's just, because I want to make sure I do this right. I want to make sure, things are in place and that I just don't post for the sake of posting. I know I been saying that a lot lately, the post for the sake of posting, because it's just, I see too many people doing that. And that's not what Instagram, at least to me, is all about. Is basically, you want to make sure you post stuff, but it's insightful and you're offering something of value. As I don't want to post a photo of, there's a photo of a coffee. Well, what? Okay, I'm a coffee drinker. I'm a coffee addict, but I want to give a reasoning behind why I'm posting a photo of coffee, of, say, like, I'm having coffee with my friends, Rebecca, Christina, or others, but it's, and then why is this cup of coffee meaningful? I just don't want to, put a photo of coffee out there and just put a whole bunch of coffee hashtags to it. It's just, well, that's not me. And so I want to make sure it's meaningful and show the thought behind it. And I'm starting to get concerned though. I'm seeing more and more just people posting a photo of coffee and there's no meaning behind it. It's just, and they've gotten stuck into this rut of they need to post something every day, or they need to get posts out there, so they'll just post. Nope. But okay, I kind of went a little bit into a rabbit hole there, but hey, my show, I do what I want. But oh well, let's wrap this up. If there's no more questions on the live part, then great. Let me go ahead and get this, start prompting for the next one. I am going to be putting Chatgram Live on vacation, so it will not be back at its normal time next week. Next week is July 17th. That would have been our normal live, but I'm going to put Chatgram and me on vacation mode next week because I need one. It's been a very busy year so far with things going on. So we're going to come back August 7th at our normal time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. And we're going to discuss what's been happening for Instagram for the month of July. And then we'll get back to where the third Tuesday of each month we'll have a guest. So basically it's sort of coming back for season 2 of Chatgram Live in August. So let's wrap this up. So if there's no more questions, great. Also, if you're catching the replay or the video YouTube, just if you have questions, just pop in the comments and I'll get to them. Also, don't forget to join the Chatgram Facebook group. Just search hashtag Chatgram, or after I'm done with the live, I'll pop the link to the live to the group in the comments. You can join that way, or on YouTube, I'll add the link into the description. And see y'all next month. All right. Thank you for joining us.